This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Hello, America, and welcome to the #1 radio station in all of Fort Myers Beach. Beach Talk Radio. Here are your hosts, Kim and Ed Ryan.
And a good evening, everybody, and welcome to St. Patrick's Day on, not on Fort Myers Beach. We're on 41 at Margaritas for the Friday Night Happy Hour show, and we have a great show lined up for you tonight, and we also have some brand new gear, and we have some breaking news to tell you about.
Why don't you have any green on?
I'm not into the whole dress up for the holiday thing.
You don't have to dress up. You just wear something for green. Otherwise, you got to get pinched like that.
Did you hurt your fingers?
Oh, God, no.
Or rock solid triceps there?
No.
Yeah. So the first thing is we have zip-up hoodies that look fabulous tonight that we're going to show you when our first guest comes on the show. And, you know, we also have, wearing a green tie, we also have our new Make Fort Myers Beach Great Again hats. And I just want to say one thing about the hats. I didn't want to make it sound like there was some kind of Trump endorsement kind of thing. It's a good saying. It's appropriate for Fort Myers Beach. There's a lot of, I guess, Trump supporters on the beach. But that's not really why I did it. I did it because, Jim Hockett suggested it would be a good idea, and so I went with it. So we picked it up today, and we're going to have them today and tomorrow. And, you know, when we sell out 100, we won't sell them anymore, okay? Because I didn't
They're
really,
limited edition.
Yeah, I didn't really want to deal with all that, that rigmarole. What happened was
it's very yellow.
I like the yellow. What happens?
And it makes you look like you have a very small head. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Well, we know that's an illusion, right? So we put it on the Facebook that we had the hats, and people they were getting vicious with each other
about
the politics.
Statement?
Yeah, it's like I had to delete the whole thread, and then I explained that I'm not trying to make it political. Everybody knows that I'm a DeSantis fan over Trump, and I'm not even want to talk about national politics. Because even DeSantis said some dumbassery things in the last couple of weeks, but I didn't mean for it to have anything to do with politics. And it's a cool hat. Anyway.
I can see,
and it's freaking bright yellow, which I love.
I told you I could see how that reference was going to get inferred, but I mean,
it is what it is.
What are you going to say? Make it good again? Make it okay again? I mean.
Anyway, so there's the hat and the zip-up hoodies, and we didn't have as many blue tank tops, although they look pretty cool. Speaking of breaking news, we're watching the TV screen behind us, and there is that Wink. Wink is showing the breaking news of the fire chief, the Fort Myers Beach fire chief, resigning today. The thing was so weird, dear, because we're trying to schedule a special show on the 6-month anniversary of the storm, which is the 28th of this month. And I was texting back and forth with the fire chief yesterday, asking him if he could come on the show. And he said he was going to be out of town, but he'd be happy to do it remotely. So I was like, okay, I'll send you the link. And then just a couple hours ago, I was on my way here, not even a couple hours ago, I got a press release from the fire department or the fire district that said he was resigning. I sent him a text. I said, are you okay? Are you okay? And he said it was just for personal reasons. And, you know, if you go on his Facebook page, you can see some of the personal stuff that he's posted up there. But,
I didn't see that.
You know, because obviously he was a key player after the storm. We met up with him and talked to him. We had him on many times during those weeks where we did a show every night.
Thoroughly and always enjoyed when he was on.
Yeah, super nice guy. And I asked somebody on the fire board, was the board unhappy with this performance, something like that? They said no, it was nothing like that.
No,
so
I can't imagine that. Yeah.
So hopefully it's not health related in any way where I mean, I don't know. I don't even want to speculate on something like that. But so that was breaking news a little while ago.
I'm sad about that.
Yeah. And I think it's Scott Worth. I don't know if I have his first name right. I think we had him on at the cottage. Remember the assistant fire chief? He's stepping in. I don't know if that means he's permanent. I don't know how that whole thing works. If you have to do a search or he gets the job.
I remember.
He's a giant of a man too, right?
He is, and it was really, really hot. And you kept saying he was in full. No, he was in full garb.
Oh, he wasn't sweating at all. That's right.
Nope. Cool as a cucumber, and also different personality, but nice guy. And
right.
Ooh, that guy got his butt kicked.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, I was looking at the news.
The last thing we want to tell you about is the concert tomorrow. The music starts at 5:00. I would recommend that you get there a tad bit earlier than that. Maybe if I'll be there at 2:00. So here's a hint for anybody that's watching the show. If you want to bring your lawn chairs down and set them in place, I'll watch them for you. I'll be happy to watch them for you because we're going to be setting up.
You say that, but you're going to get so busy. So I'm
not going to be watching all the way. I mean, who's going to steal a lawn chair in Times Square? Nobody's going to steal a lawn chair.
If something happens, I'm not buying you.
Well, don't bring your $1,000 lawn chair. Bring the cheapy one, for crying out loud.
Sorry, but you're going way out on a limb.
No, we'll be setting up our tent, and we'll be and tomorrow. So after the show tomorrow,
you're not even going to know where your head is at.
No,
you're like a chicken that's running around.
We got people that volunteered to pick up the generator, people that volunteered to pick up the stage. It's been great. Thankfully, the rain pushed off because I was shitting bullets there for a couple of days, thinking that it was going to rain. So Stephen Clark the music starts at 5:10. The vice mayor is going to say a few words.
Nice.
We're going to have Alex King's going to make a check presentation to FMB Strong. We're going to have somebody from the school, say a couple quick words, and then we're getting into the music. And hopefully we'll see a sunset. So wear your yellow army shirt, everybody.
Well, with the time change, I guess by 8:00. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to take like a Guinness Book of World Records picture of this ugly yellow shirt.
I don't think that there's a category for that.
Well, if there is, we're going to be number one. Is there some kind of prize you get from the Guinness Book of World Records people? What do you get?
I just think you get your name in there. It's a whole big thing that you have to do.
Do they still put the book out, or is it all digital now?
Yeah, because remember we were at one point we thought we were going to get into the Guinness World Book of Records for doing the most burpees till we looked at how many that would take.
Or the plank.
It was rough.
The plank guy was like 7 days, 42 hours. He peed his pants 100 times. So he made the Guinness Book more than once.
It's not the Guinness World Book of Records for nothing.
Why do you keep saying it backwards? It's not the Guinness World Book of Records. It's the Guinness Book of World Records.
What?
You keep saying it backwards. Why do I say it backwards?
Because I know the math, and you obviously know the English language.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, is that a compliment? That was the first time this entire season of shows.
It'll calm down that lady that's always saying how mean I am to you.
There was one other thing, and it's completely slipped my mind that I want to tell people about.
And we're back.
Oh, a split decision is taking the stage at 7:00 tonight. So after this award-winning Dinky podcast,
what award have you won?
You know what? I did want to say one thing. I've never won an award.
All right.
Well, I won some trophies.
That's a lie.
When I posted the thing about
trophies have you? Oh,
the ones that you threw out.
Trophy.
No, my baseball and football and lacrosse trophies, the ones that you threw out. You threw them out because they were from like the 70s and they were breaking. Split decision plays at 7:00 tonight, and there's something else. When you interrupt me, I completely lose my train of thought.
This is what happens, folks, when you get older.
All right,
we'll just look at him while he has that blank stare.
It'll come back to me.
Look off to the left or the right. I think that helps.
I think I've forgotten completely now. So let's get our guests in here. Enough about us. Pam, come on down. Pam is going to be modeling our brand new hoodie, by the way, and we're going to be talking about a fundraiser going on here, on Fort Myers Beach. Pam and Sam are coming in to talk about a fundraiser. So, and a quick story about Pam. Pam was the first person when we started to sell gear. She was the first person to buy a sweatshirt. I remember seeing some crazy lady coming running at me in purple hair, and she bought a bunch.
And now she's the first person to buy a zip up.
She was the first person to buy the zip up hoodie
and a hat.
Now, we have a different vendor for this zip up hoodie, and they really made that Fort Myers Beach, Florida pop out on the sleeve.
Yep.
So
I will say it's a little darker blue.
Right.
A little darker blue. Different hue.
We have two different vendors that we absolutely drive crazy because we came up with this idea for the hat like last Friday, and we said we needed 100 of them by tomorrow. And of course, everything else gets pushed on the back burner, like the hoodies that we need to ship and the T-shirts and the tank tops. But the hoodies look great. I don't know how many people are going to buy them in Florida because it's going to be 80 degrees tomorrow. But thank you for buying
I do
all
like
the
the
gear.
zip up idea, though. You don't have to mess up your hair. You can wear it open.
Right.
It is more versatile.
I see.
That's my favorite part is it doesn't go over my hair.
Yeah, it doesn't go over your hair. And you can open it up if it gets too hot. You can wrap it around you. It's true.
Look at you guys talking about fashion with the hoodies.
Well, it's not really fashion. It's more the function.
Marie said it's not really called a hoodie because it's a zip up.
Well, it's got a hood on.
That's
It's
what I
a
said.
hood.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's a hood.
But why?
It's got a zipper and a hood, so it should be like $150.
All right, Sandy. Well, we got plenty of them. All right, hopefully you're local, Sandy, because I think we're going to sell them all out tomorrow.
And I know I just want to put this out there.
Go right
'cause
ahead.
The sizing issue we've had with different vendors and different shirts. These do run a little big. They're generous. So just so you keep that in mind.
Mine's a medium.
Yeah.
Mine's
And
a
see,
medium.
it's generous here. Around the waist, I feel
Here, I'll
like
stand
it's
up.
I feel like it's right around
Look
the
at
waist.
she's going to do a little modeling.
Yeah.
I am not going to say a word when it comes to women and clothing.
Yep.
I
Yep,
know
look
much
at that.
better.
There you go.
And you know what? The logo pops off a lot nicer on this hoodie.
There you go.
All right. So we didn't mean to make the what? What?
Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. We didn't mean to make the whole show about our gear, but
That's
it
okay.
is
That's
fun to
great.
talk
We
about.
like it. I love your gear. You know that.
Yes, thank you very much. So, what is going on with this fundraiser? So, tell
is
us all
Sam's
about
part.
it, Sam.
So,
Sam, first tell everybody who you are.
well, I'm Sam Lamboy, and I am with Andrews Roofing. I relocated here to help rebuild, obviously, Fort Myers Beach,
And where did you relocate from?
San Antonio,
Texas.
Texas.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's way far away.
yeah. I started with just coming like temporarily, but then I didn't realize I was gonna fall in love with Fort Myers Beach. So, yeah, a lot of people are probably gonna find out right now that I'm probably not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah. So we should tell the people in San Antonio we're keeping you here. Okay.
Keep me here.
What is
please.
it about the area that you like so
Oh my
much?
gosh. I don't know, because the thing is, I came to destruction
Uh-huh.
and I fell in love with the destructed beach. So I can't even imagine
How
when it was
great- yeah,
actually going. So I cannot wait to see it that way again.
Yeah.
It will be that way again.
So, how did you two meet?
Well, Pam and I met through a Facebook group. And
Yeah.
she was also the first person I met here. I almost left because I miss my family so much. My family's in San Antonio. I got my husband and my children. And
Well, they're going to come here if you stay
yeah,
here,
they
right?
are coming. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
I was like, wait a minute.
Absolutely. God put her in my life right before I was about to give up. And I was able to stay. And, I just saw this need. The first time I picked Pam up, I picked her up in her mobile home, which was completely destructed. And I know for sure that God moves mountains. I can certainly help her to try to rebuild her place, along with a lot of other people. Shortly after that, we met Kat,
Mhm.
and Kat works for Joe Orlandini.
Mhm.
And
Who?
just Joe Orlandini.
Oh,
what is,
he knows who it is.
is that,
Like-
he's kind of like the man with the plan or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move our-
Well, she started talking about how he was trying to help so many people,
Yeah.
but he's just one person.
One man show.
So one man show. So we need to get him some help, and together we came up with a plan to try to get people nationwide to send some donations over,
Yeah.
material donations.
So before you get to that, Pam, what happened to your place there? What happened to you? And
So I'm in Siesta Bay. We still have no power, no electricity, nothing. And so in my place,
Where's
there
yeah, for people that don't know,
Where's Siesta Bay is off of Summerlin Road, which In the mangroves, I guess it's about a mile or so from the beach, but going around, it's about 4 miles off of over by Indian Creek. If you're familiar with the area, Indian Creek.
Like the people in
trailer
Indian
park.
Creek are going through the same crap that you guys
Oh
are
my
going
God.
through.
Correct. We're all the same owners. It's a hot mess. It is literally a hot mess. I just went through there 2 days ago, and there's a new RV in there with a generator.
Yeah.
So that means they're picking and choosing who can come in with generators and RVs and stuff like that.
Because they lost all their electrical infrastructure.
Everything.
Right?
Our
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
electrical box has been completely wiped out. So they're just trying to push us out to,
They want to sell the property.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm a stubborn.
You can say whatever you
So
want.
now,
on this
do
show.
you? How does it work there? Do you have to rent the space, or do you
so
buy
we
the space?
we own our homes and we rent the lot.
Right.
The lot. So, and because we don't own the lot, we have to obey by them, and it's just a mess right now. So my house ended up with almost 7 feet of water that
Wow.
just stayed in. I was very lucky on some aspects because I still had siding. I had a little bit of minimal, roof damage. The roof's been replaced. We just replaced that. My husband replaced that in January when he came down. So I can't live there. I'm living in an RV paying $2,400 a month,
What?
$600 a week.
Wait, you're living in an RV and paying $2,400?
Yeah,
Where
can
is
I
that?
just say
Pretty
really
insane.
quick, I sling weenies on the corner to pay my rent.
Yeah. Well, tell
Yeah.
us about that. I mean,
So
because that sounded, the way you said it sounded kind of creepy.
it's not that bad, y'all.
It's not inside some
So-
kind of tent, is it?
It is not inside of a tent. Can't say if it's not by a tent some days, but
Uh-huh.
it's not inside of a tent. So in the mornings and for lunch, dinnerish, the corner of San Carlos and Main Street, I have a white tent set up myself, and I just sell hot dogs and breakfast burritos in the morning for donations, and it's been helping. The word's getting out a lot more. So
Mhm.
people are stopping by and helping me out. My hours just got cut at work, and I had to do something. I mean, how am I going to get $600 a week? Every bit of money that I had saved to be here this winter to start to build my life here, that I had saved to be here for the first couple, whatever, I'm now replacing my house with.
By the way, did you see the story on Wink?
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
How big is this RV?
It's just like a 1-bedroom RV. with no stove.
like an 18-footer.
And where is it located? I mean, or
Right.
do you not want to say?
I'll tell
Is
you, it's very close to the island.
Okay.
It's very close to the island. It's very close to where my tent is.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
That's
Yeah. But you know what? The way I look at it, I know it's like really hurting people, but I look at it as this guy, I was put in a situation in a
Mhm.
nutshell, and he didn't do anything, no background check, no really nothing. He just said, here's a trailer. Here you go. Stay here. It's $600 a week. And I was able to do it at first, but then, like I said, the hours got cut because red tide came in,
right.
So everybody's hours got cut on the island, and I had to do something because he was going to kick me out. He don't play. He's got a list of people
Oh,
who
sure,
want those RVs,
sure. So,
So
Jack, I don't know what you're talking about, but if you want to get more detailed about who you're talking about, feel free to type it in there. Who needs an FBI investigation? Just be specific.
probably Siesta Bay.
Oh, is that who he's talking about?
I would guess so. Maybe Siesta Bay. Yeah.
Never.
See
So-
why there's no power here.
I always
for so
say,
long.
yeah, there's no power. So Siesta, I always say that the hurricane took my house. It didn't take my dream. I have a dream since I was 18 to be here, and I'm here. I made it. I've been through so many obstacles to stay here and be here. So I will do anything and everything I can.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
Wow.
It's not going to take my dream.
So, tell us about the fundraiser that you started.
Well, so after I met Pam and saw the needs, went and talked to Joe Orlandini. He agreed to let's see what we can do.
Mhm.
Let's see who we can reach out to and who can help us with material donation as well as labor, because that's the biggest thing for him. He needs help. The more help that he gets, the more people that we can all help. So along with helping Pam here, hopefully we're going to be helping a lot of people from donations. We're going to be seeking out roofers and general contractors and whoever, just to go ahead and order the material directly to Home Depot or Lowe's, and they will be designated Home Depots or Lowe's. And from there, our volunteers will pick them up and deliver them to Joe, and Joe will take care of everything like
Yeah.
that.
So you have a kind of a kit.
You know, there's a Lowe's near the beach.
Right, that's the one we'll be using,
Yeah.
Where's there a Lowe's near the beach?
Off of Gladiolas.
Gladiolas.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's not near the beach.
I thought you
but
meant the
it's-
one on
It's
41.
the closest. It's
Yeah,
like
it's on 41.
Oh,
and,
I
yeah.
see.
17 minutes away. We can
Yeah.
pick it up.
Yeah,
We know.
I
No
mean, you
problem.
got to deal with. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to take
Yeah.
what's there. But yeah.
So we teamed up with Joe Orlandini and the Lions Club because I am the vice president of the
Oh,
chapter in Houston.
well, when you join the one here,
Right. Well, now that I'm
they
moving
do the
here.
shrimp festival.
Yeah, that I just met them. They'll be supporting us.
Yeah.
So we got to go. Everybody, was happy to. Of course, Andrews Roofing said yes right away. And now, so we're going to have a list of donations. We're going to make it very easy for people who want to donate. We'll just send them a cart right to their text, and they can click that link and just pay for those materials. It'll be ready to go.
and you are doing a kickoff.
Yes.
You were going to do a kickoff earlier in the week, but the weather was all messed up.
Right,
So.
it was raining, so we had to delay it. But we will be at Wahoo Willie's on Monday
Nice.
at 7 p.m. We'll do a small little presentation, nothing big, for like 15 minutes at 7:30. And then hopefully we'll get people to sign up under different things, like sign up for administrative if you want to be making calls and setting up things. Sign up for a material if you have like loaner tools, or sign up for labor if you're able to do labor.
Awesome.
Well, we could do labor, but it would be
Yeah.
very unskilled.
Well,
just
yeah,
saying.
we're
That's the
looking for
best kind.
skilled laborers.
Then we're out.
But
I mean,
what
I
you're
can
doing
swing a
for us-
hammer.
No,
we
what
have
you're
no
doing for us
skills,
is
no
huge.
skills at all.
No.
This is
Yeah.
what you
I
do
can
when you have no
install a
skills.
dimmer switch. That's
Yeah.
about where my skill ends.
No,
You're more
you
than
come
me,
and
Kim.
install a dimmer switch.
True
Or
story.
you could just, what you're doing right now, it's amazing. This is supporting us big time. We're just hoping a lot of people get out there on Monday and sign up. No matter what you can do, the little bit or not, it's okay. We could use your help.
So the sign up is at Wahoo Willie's. What time?
Yes, 7 p.m. on Monday.
7 p.m. And so what happens after that? What's the whole?
So on Monday we'll be signing up people, creating team leads that will be in charge. It's going to be a massive effort. I've done this before for the Hurricane Maria efforts, and it became massive. So we're going to need the most people possible, and we'll need team leads and everything like that. We could do that on Monday. And then Wednesday, we'll kick off the campaign. Whoever's going to be reaching out, we'll reach out to everybody. We'll reach out to our friends and families. And from there, anybody, online, you can, put it on your page and just share.
Mhm.
And whatever comes our way.
Where are you going to store all this stuff?
What's that?
Where are you going
The
to?
materials.
Yeah,
That's where Joe comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's going to put it in his house.
He's got a nice house on the beach. I don't think
Oh, he
any
does?
material fits
I
there.
see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Joe's what?
Stop being so
Oh,
silly.
he knows. I'm just kidding around.
What are you doing?
I'm just reading. I'm just reading Jack's comments
Well,
because
don't
he's
get
beating
dis-
around the bush here, and he's not going to win with this crowd. But he must be in the sauce again, as usual. So
Don't distract.
after, how do you pick where you're going to? Who's going to
Joe-
be helped?
Joe already has. That was the thing, right? It was so much of a need. Again, our friend Kat works for him, so we were hearing stories of he's just trying to help so many people. So he's going to be taking care of assigning who's going to be getting material and anything like that. He also created the list of materials that we'll be asking for, mainly drywall, studs, roofing material, things like that.
How has the supply chain been? Because we hear constantly, not good. I mean, right? Or
It just all depends. I think the biggest thing.
maybe we should go to San Antonio and get it and haul
Bring
it
it back.
back.
There you go. We can do that,
absolutely
Kim.
can. Many truckers in the world
Yeah.
are willing to bring stuff over, so we'll also take donations
Get
that
like
way.
a CB. Do they even use
Yeah, they
CBs
do.
anymore?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
still
they
do.
do. They
Breaker
do.
19 coming
So,
south on 95.
Why did you start this whole thing? Tell the story.
This, again, I've helped in doing this before, and when I helped for Hurricane Maria, I did the same thing. I reached out to on one Facebook page, how can we help? We met up at a restaurant and we came up with an entire plan. I didn't know it was going to be so massive. We ended up shipping 500 pallets of things to Puerto Rico via trucks to Florida to Puerto Rico. You know, it was just insane. So I knew that I could help my friend who I had just met, who basically helped me stay here. I just needed to team up with people who also knew what they were doing, like Joe, who was already established and helping people as well. So together, we can all make a humongous
And it
difference.
took Puerto Rico a while to come
Oh,
back.
yeah,
I mean,
they're still not fully
nope.
there.
They got slammed.
It's gonna take years in Fort Myers
Yep.
Beach, but we're gonna get there. I'm totally,
Amen.
yeah, I'm totally. I know it's gonna be so gorgeous, and it'll never be the same, but it's gonna still be a gorgeous. And the sense of community here is huge.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Right.
Honestly, I have met more people that is willing to help people who have nothing than anywhere ever.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't want to go home.
Right.
That's why I don't want to go back to Michigan. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
So I've been in Florida here for a year. I bought my place 5 months before the hurricane, which was 5 months and 28 days, 3 days shy for FEMA. And honestly, like, I'm okay with that because I do have a home if I wanted to go to in Michigan, but my plan was to be here, right? Like I said, hurricane took my house. It didn't take my dream.
Right.
I can start over. I started once, you know? So I've been here, so I got no help, and I'm going to continue to work on my house a little bit at a time and help people that I can help. I love to help and give back. That's
She
the best.
really does. I mean, she helps everybody. I mean, day two
not
of meeting
everybody.
her. Day two of meeting her, she's helping a lady at a Walgreens for like 45 minutes. Day two of meeting her, but that lady really needed our help. So that's another story.
So Pam, how do you think things are going to turn out for you where you had your place? I mean, I think you guys need a lawyer. I think you guys need to lawyer up.
I think we do too. Now that I've been like talking to more people and I've been down here more, you know, and just not knowing anything because this was really my first trip, my first hurricane, my first everything. So I really wasn't sure what to do. But now that I've talked to people, I think we do need to get an attorney going or something because they are not charging us rent. I want to make sure that is very clear. They cannot charge us rent to be there if they're not allowing us to stay there.
Do you have a lease? Is that how it works?
So my lease technically is May 1st. Yes.
Oof.
And it's not a lease. They call it a agreement is what I was told. It's not a lease. It's an agreement. And it's an agreement for me to pay my rent every month of almost $1,000. So
Lot fee.
So, you know, and the bad thing is that I had no insurance because I paid for my place cash.
Right.
So I didn't need a mortgage, you know, because it was a trailer. I mean, it was a modular home or whatever, you know, I didn't need.
We've met others.
You've heard, you've heard this so many times and it's so sad. So I'm really hoping and praying that they don't, because I've heard so many stories and I went right to the office and they said no, as far as we know. But, you know, Sun Communities is different than Siesta Bay. Right. So Siesta Bay gets the same information that we get supposedly. And Sun Communities is huge.
Yeah, they're big.
You know, they're big. They're actually based out of Michigan.
Yeah.
Right by. Yeah. So, I mean, we're going to try. We're going to see and, you know, see where it goes. But I'm not quitting. I'm a fighter. I am very stubborn. I will do this. I will do this on my own. And I will continue to do what I have to do to make my dream come true. So
We're watching Wink again. They're doing the mayor is on.
About the
obviously they're
street
talking
signs.
about the street
oh
signs.
my gosh, the street
The
signs.
street signs have been one of the biggest stories on Fort
There's
Myers
Nan.
Beach. And and the thing is that they're on Monday, the town is going to approve $380,000 or vote on a $380,000 contract for new street signs. Well, they need to have street signs that people can see at night. So they're going to install the signs, you know, the green, ugly signs, but they're not taking down these other signs. Everybody in the community
that's good.
loves those signs. So they're going to try and figure out a way to keep those signs up in addition to the, you know, the normal street signs, like the bland ones that everyone has to have that you can see with the reflectors on them. But it really has become a big story. And they're really cool. I mean, it does
I love
Everybody
those
has been
street
saying
signs.
how they want
Yeah.
the beach to go back to the way it was and have the small town feel. It's never going to go back to the way it was.
Right.
But those signs are pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
those signs are very cool.
Yeah.
I love those.
That's what I was saying earlier, that it's going to be a tremendous island no matter what. I mean,
Yeah.
right now, I just look one way. I sit there, at the beach, have my lunch. Sometimes, a lot of times watch the sunset. And it's just amazing in beauty what you see. The behind us, we can get that redone,
Mhm.
but there was a lot of little homes that you cannot replace because of hurricane issues. You have to build stronger. You cannot build the same.
No.
Yeah.
But the beauty of the beach, like you said,
It's
is always
gorgeous.
going to be there.
It's gorgeous.
always going to be there.
Yeah.
It was my paradise the first time I saw it, and the first time I saw it was at 1:30 in the morning. So you can just imagine being
Yeah.
dark,
Yeah.
how beautiful it was, when the lights were on and everything. And then, yeah, it's my favorite place in the world. And I've been to Jamaica, everywhere. I love it.
Well, so Monday at 7:00, people
Yes.
should come down, and then you
Please.
take it from there.
Yes, we will
Wahoo Willies.
have a little 15-minute presentation because we're all going to have to figure this out together. So it'll take everybody planning, and then we'll launch on Wednesday.
Great.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for your
guys for coming
support.
on.
Thank
you
you
so
Appreciate
much.
it. Good
Thank
luck
you,
with
guys.
everything
Thank
next
you.
week.
Thank you for
Wahoo
all your
Willies next
support.
week.
Thank you.
And we will try to get something purple soon just for you.
Purple. You're the best.
All right, everybody. Before we get to, we're going to talk to Jason and Jacinta in a minute. And I am going to,
Is that my cue? I got to get up and go get
You don't have
them?
to
Is
do
that what you
anything.
mean?
I need to tell you about Alex King. Alex King is with Current Coastal Realty. I got distracted there because he's also going to be at the concert tomorrow because he has the Alex King Foundation, the King Foundation, and he's going to be giving a check to the FMB Strong. You see, this is what we do when we collect money, Jack. We give it back to the community. Unlike you, we didn't donate a penny to anybody. Alex
And
King.
It's so easy if you just Google where we live. Oh,
Right.
hey, how are you?
Right. But I'll type it in there, Jack, and I'll give you the phone number right now, 239-247-3833. You can have the FBI call, or you can Google our address and have the FBI come to our house. You didn't donate $1 to anybody, and I don't know where you're coming from all of a sudden. So if you want to have the FBI come to the house, or you want to send your accountant over to see where it went, that's fine with us. The 50% rule, you can call Alex King on that. The King Family Foundation has so far donated
I'm going to go say hello to her.
over $225,000 in the past 2 years to the Fort Myers Beach charities, and they'll continue to do so. And if you're at our concert tomorrow, with all the nonprofits that we've invited, Jack, to come to Times Square so that they can share their ideas and share their wares and tell everybody what they're doing, Jack, in Times Square, because we invited them. You're welcome to come down too, because we'll have a big tent set up there from 5 to 8. And Alex is going to be on stage on tomorrow at about 5:05 to hand over a check to FMB Strong. Listen, sometimes your insurance company sends you a check and you think, I got a good amount there. Sometimes they give you a check because they want you to go away. No matter what, you should always go for more. And the way you go for more is you call a public adjuster, and that's Mark Dorston at Dorston Claims, 239-849-2949, 239-849-2949. You never know if you can get more. When you call Mark, you don't get charged a fee because he calls you. You don't get charged a fee because he tries to get you money. You only get charged on the extra money. You see, I didn't know this until all this stuff happened. But you only get charged after he gets you more money on top of the checks that you've already gotten from the insurance company. So you have nothing to lose, 239-849-2949. Dorston Claims. Mark's been on the show. Mark's always answering questions. If you have a question you want to send to me, I send it to Mark, because he has a team of people that will take care of you. So please give him a call. The other thing I wanted to tell you about real quick before we talk to Jason and Jacinta, we had the folks from the Save Our Strays on our show yesterday at the Tuckaway Cafe. They're having a fundraiser today and tomorrow with 100% of the proceeds benefiting the Fort Myers Beach Save Our Strays Feline Rescue. It is an official 501c3. You see, Jack, we talk about all the charities on the beach and try and help them all out because that's what we do, because we do care. The charity yard sale goes tonight and tomorrow. There's a silent auction, a 50-50 ticket. It's on Avenida Pescadora. I hope I said that right. 55.95. They're doing like a yard sale. So if you need some stuff for your house, if you're rebuilding your house, maybe there's something there that you can pick up. And you're doing a great service to the cats. You know, what she said yesterday was the island needs a few more stray cats because the rodents are running wild. So help the stray cats. Stray cat strut. Na, 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 na. So that's going on tonight and tomorrow. So head on down to Avenida Pescadora if you can. Once again, the concert tomorrow is at 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. You know, you're going to want to come down early. Lynn Hall Park is open. It's free. So you'll have a place to park. If you want to come down a little early, we're going to be setting up nice and early with our tent and our merchandise, Jack. If you want to come down and buy a hat, or if you want to come down, Jack, and buy a T-shirt or anything like that, come on down to Lynn Hall Park. And I'll write the address down on a little card for you so you know exactly where it is. And you can send your FBI friends there if you want to. The thing that's strange is he came out of nowhere. We hadn't seen him since Pete's time out. And now all of a sudden he jumps on and he's accusing us of stealing money.
Who is?
Some guy named Jack Walker.
You mean jackass?
Well, I didn't say that. You did.
Pretty much.
We're just
Yeah,
gonna
I didn't even
send
know what was going on, but that's about yeah.
We're gonna send him some loving kindness and hope
Yeah.
that he pulls himself together.
So
He needs a lot of luck. Is it St. Patty's Day? Yeah.
you got a lot of green. It's overpowering the yellow here, which is bumming me out, but I can understand why. Oh, I
here
thought
it comes.
Jason was going to change his shirt. He wussed out. He had a funny shirt on.
Someone hijacked it.
I see. What did your shirt say?
It had our wonderful president on it, and it said Happy Easter.
A green
I think
shirt.
Dad's wearing it right now. One of our employees. Yeah. Our server's walking around
But
proud.
this one says
No, Jack, we don't, but everybody knows that.
Yeah, this one says,
We don't.
Pat McCrotch, that's my Irish name.
Pat McGraw?
Pat McCrotch.
Oh, Pat McCrotch.
Yeah,
I'm glad it doesn't say Pet McCrotch.
yeah, Pat McCrotch. Well, either way, I guess.
As you see, we have fun here at Mango's.
Yeah. So give everybody an update of how your place is doing here, how things are going.
Yeah, it's doing really good. Like tonight, the band's booked. Tomorrow night, we're all booked up, but we still have, just because we don't have tables available, always call in because we do get cancellations every
I
once
see.
in a while. But yeah, it's been going great, and our bar seating is always first come, first serve. The front bar and the back bar are both open on the weekends.
And
so,
you do have a lot of space here.
yeah,
so
we do.
Come
I
on
mean,
down, folks.
and you know, standing room, if you don't mind standing, come on in and we'll take care of you for sure.
Hey, because you might be doing an Irish jig later. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
oh, yeah, for sure. I practice up that what do they
I
call
want to
that
see
there?
that. Yeah.
Line dancing, not the line dancing.
No, what
thing.
is that
no,
called?
What's that stuff called?
Oh,
The stuff they used to
The
see on-
water, the river dance, river dance.
Yeah,
right.
river dance.
I'm very good at it. Very
They're
good.
late night
I think-
TV
I
commercials.
learn
Yeah,
something
you're
new
right,
about
right.
them every day.
I want to get video of
Yeah,
that.
it's many years of
you.
lessons I've taken.
Thanks, Pam.
Yes.
If you're out and about and you have nowhere to go, we still have the corned beef and cabbage.
Nice.
Yeah,
And the
I've
shepherd's pie also, which I made.
What exactly is in shepherd's pie?
Well, traditionally it's made with ground lamb, but most places just use beef now.
I see.
And then there's like
Mashed
green
potatoes,
beans,
right?
carrots, and peas mixed in with the beef, and then on top of that is mashed potatoes
Yeah.
with
Sounds totally
cheese
healthy.
in it.
Totally healthy.
it's definitely healthy for sure.
What do you think
Carb friendly.
What do you think one piece of shepherd's pie? How many calories you think are in that sucker?
I would venture to say at least as
5?
much as a
2,000.
Big
2,000.
Mac,
I'm thinking
probably,
2,000.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
yeah.
If I ate
2,000.
one of
I'm
those
sure you're-
things, I'd be right on the bowl. I mean, it'd be transfer right through.
Yeah, she's on the keto diet, and I'm on the Cheeto diet.
Keto diet.
It's spelled very similar.
Is the keto
So
diet
do you
still a
wait
thing?
a minute? Do you like the Cheetos? Do you like the puff or the crunchy?
The crunchy ones.
I
I used to eat the puff ones,
I
but
like the puff ones.
yeah, they're good too.
I flip flopped. I was
Yeah,
crunchy. Now I'm puff.
but ice cream every day for
He
sure.
said I'm on the
Coffee
keto
ice
diet.
cream.
I just live that life of trying not to eat like the bread and pasta.
Gotcha.
He eats that 24/7.
I don't eat bread.
No, you don't eat bread, but
Yeah, I
you
don't
eat
bread.
all
And
carbs.
yeah, a lot of carbs.
Lots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even look at it.
So
you guys are like the protein pair,
Yeah.
and we're like the carb pair.
no, you're a liar. You said to me earlier you're jacked up to protein.
Protein. I've been taking more protein lately.
Like
yeah.
what's in your
Shakes.
protein diet?
just a
shakes.
protein shake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
What do you put in the protein shake? Protein mix?
Just a protein mix. Yeah, it's a strawberry shortcake protein mix.
Oh, that sounds so girly.
Right, well, it is.
Jason's drinking a strawberry
I
shortcake.
don't think he's worried.
But it's not that. It's orange creamsicle.
It's not. I don't.
You
Think
should have
he's
said
worried.
that first. You.
Right.
There comes Jason with his strawberry shortcake protein drink.
Right. Well, you know.
We got a little sidebar thing going on.
Oh,
Nah, keep going.
This guy.
Keep going.
So it's all good. I mean, we're busy here pretty much every night of the week. We have entertainment every day, of course, whether it be karaoke, our entertainers from the beach, or the bands on Fridays and Saturdays. And then Singo's really taken off on Monday nights.
What's taking off?
Singo, so that's like
It's
bingo.
like a twist of bingo.
Dee Dee, our one server, they play music, and then on your bingo card is the song. So you
I
do
stink
that,
at that.
and then yeah,
You'd be
so
good
it's
at that.
all good.
And it looks like you have green adult beverage.
We have green
Yeah,
beer.
we have green
yeah.
beer if you want it.
green
It
tea
doesn't have to
shots,
be green.
Jameson shots.
Nice.
And then what is that over there?
That is
that's
Guinness.
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 Yep.
What is the most popular beer tonight?
In here,
Yeah.
Bud Light by a long shot.
Do you put something in it? Like she's drinking a green beer over there. What is
Which
that?
is Bud Light or
I
Mick
see.
Ultra, and you just put the green drops in.
Does it change the taste? Make it
I
funky?
No.
I wouldn't think so.
Just
Once you
makes your
smi-
teeth.
When she smiled, she had wicked green teeth.
Probably.
I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
It's food
She saw me
coloring.
looking over there. By the way, Jack, I would like to invite you to come to Wahoo Willie's tomorrow at 11 o'clock. You'll be the first one on the show if you want to challenge.
So
If you want to challenge anything that we've done
here's
over the
what
last
you
6
do,
months,
dear.
you can come right on the show tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. You'll be the first guest, and I'll promote it
Hey,
right
dear,
up until then. So there you go.
ignore.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Sometimes,
You all are better than that.
thank you. I
Way
appreciate
better.
that.
We know
Send
everyone that
out
actually
loving
truly knows
and
knows who
ignore.
you are, knows where the money has went.
So the band tonight is Split Decision.
Split
Very
Decision.
popular.
Very popular.
Now, Matt, that is you interviewed, I think the last time went to
'Cause he's from Fort Myers Beach.
Oh,
High school. Yeah.
Or
Elementary
elementary?
school. They don't have a high school.
He
Yeah.
retires tonight.
Totally
Tonight's
distracted.
his last gig.
What?
Yeah.
Tonight's his last gig, and he has a guy that's going to be filling in going forward. So
I see.
the actual band is going to continue, but he's retiring.
Are they changing the name to Triple Split Decision or something
Maybe.
different?
So we
or-
asked them why they call it split decision, and they said that's because they don't like to have a set playlist,
Okay.
so they just kind of make a split
I see.
decision on what they're
Okay.
going
Well,
to
there
play.
you
That's
go.
pretty cool.
That's yeah.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
That way, you're not hearing the same thing when you go to one of
Right.
those shows.
Are
like
you
a
worried?
repeat.
Are you worried that the band's not going to be as good without him in the lineup there? No?
Well, I'm sure they'll
I'm sure
find,
they'll find
yeah.
someone that's
someone
going
that's
to be.
I was just kidding. I wasn't being serious about that. But JJ looked at me like shit. That
Wow,
could,
man.
shit, they might suck without him.
Yeah, they might. I mean,
I
So
mean, he
how
is pretty good.
How many jerseys do you have?
Well, as far as this one, I have only one of these, but I have probably 16 Washington Redskin jerseys
Oh my god.
that I used to go to the games. Jason would get me tickets to go.
Yeah.
I'd go tailgate with my sister, and
Very
but
nice.
I have jerseys for pretty much every holiday.
every
but not
holiday.
Easter.
Yeah.
Not Easter, not the bunny.
So
he
what-
dresses up in the bunny costume.
I used
Yes.
to back home.
Do you do you
Oh,
have
I
any?
did at the beach a
Used to
couple
hop.
times. Yeah.
You got
Hop
dressed up.
around.
Yeah.
Square.
So what happened with your nails? You got
Oh,
yeah. What was
so
that whole
here we go.
story?
We have like the
Oh, yeah.
neon lime green. I was getting my nails across the street at Lux Nails, and a lady came up to me and had mentioned and said, "Oh wow, those are nice. My husband would never allow me to get that color." I said,
Wow.
"Wow, how long have you been married?" She said, 44 years. I said, 44 years too long. It's never too late to get divorced, ma'am. Yeah. If you have one of those, I said, bye-bye, Felicia.
Wow.
That's
What
just
is one
crazy.
thing you would never allow JJ to do, Jason? Just put it out there.
Oh, that's a
I don't
loaded
know.
question.
I mean, I don't know that we have a lot of the same interests, so I don't know that
Yeah.
there's anything that we do or don't do.
We don't ever say like you can't do this, you can't. Yeah,
No.
you can't wear
Good
this.
for you.
I'm
That
saying,
was
like,
a
you're
dumb
not.
Yeah, nothing.
question.
She says that to me all the time. So it's one of those
What'd
things
I
where
say to you?
don't do this, don't do that.
Well,
Here.
that's because you don't have good ideas
So
sometimes.
I find that people
How
are
dare
too
you, strawberry
bad decisions,
strawberry
Come
man,
on.
laughing at me over
Yeah,
there.
what the hell?
people's opinions. Like, it's crazy how
Yeah.
people are more opinionated. Is that
Yeah.
the word? Yeah.
Opinionated,
Opinionated, yeah.
and everybody thinks they're like the individual that is the
Right.
center of the
Can
universe.
I use this
Sure.
though? For example, Jason comes in with no sleeves here at Mango's.
Yeah.
He has since we bought at the beach.
Right.
It's hot out, but regardless, doesn't matter what shirt he wears. It's his restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
He has his hat on right now with the sunglasses on, and we have people that will make comments as in, you let your husband wear that here? I'm like, I don't tell my husband what to wear.
And I tell
Who
them,
cares what you wear?
and I tell them for $4 million, you can dress however the hell you want when you come in and own
Did you
it.
just reveal the price of
That's
this
right.
restaurant? Holy
Stuff for
smokes.
sale.
$4 million.
No, everything's
Name
for
that
sale.
price.
Transparency.
Everything's for sale.
Everything's for sale. Anybody?
I will
Bring me the
offer
right
you
money,
up
it's for
for
sale.
a cool 100,000.
No, cut the crap.
Wow.
So speaking of the beach where you used to wear your tank tops, you saw the listing of your former restaurant. and
Correct.
What did you see the listing for?
So our property's deeded along with what was Anita's business, which is local color. So that's all deeded as one piece of property.
Oh.
So that is listed for $7.5 million. And then sitting when you're looking straight across from us was the Times Square Bazaar and the little shacks where the
That's where Dan and
sunglasses
Joy
were.
lived.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then also where the jet ski guys were set up out front, because that's one of the only
The sunglass
properties on the
hut, that
beach
was his.
Yeah.
where someone actually owns the beach to the mean tidewater line, but that's listed for $9.8 million for that property.
So he's
So 9 plus 7, so 16. Get the whole thing.
16 million.
Right in the
Yeah.
square.
How can anybody build a business
We're writing a
16
check. We got
feet
15
tall,
million.
16, 17 feet tall and make money?
You will never
according to
make
everybody
money.
else.
I mean, that's
You
a
will never-
$70 burger right there.
You will never make money at the.
Yeah.
We know what we paid.
People complain
prior-
about a $3 and $4 beer. Could you imagine they're going to be 10 and 15 or 20?
Yeah, you cannot make money. Let's face the facts. You can only fit so many people in a certain size area in a day's time. You know how many people you're going to turn. And in the off season, you lose money every day. So for the people out there that think the money businesses down there made money hand over fist, you did that for 3 months a year, and then the other days you're losing $2,000 a day. So you're more than welcome to come lose $2,000 a day if you want to do it. And that $2,000 a day that you're going to lose is going to turn into $6,000 a day in the off season.
We were very successful on the beach and knowing what they're getting ready to do with all the new codes.
You'll
there's
never
no
make
way.
money.
You'll
It's
never.
impossible.
Yeah.
I know that.
Corporations are the only people, unless you own the
Corporations will.
property prior to and you're going to rebuild something.
Right.
If you're buying that new property and you're not a big corporation, you'll never make money because they can afford to lose money
Sure.
for 10 to 15 years before they start making a profit. You know,
So it's like eventually.
eventually 10 to 15
Eventually.
years down the road, you
You
might
will.
start
Oh,
making,
crap.
might start making money. That's assuming that another hurricane doesn't come along
But if
and
you're a
wipe your
mom and
business
pop
out.
place and you're wanting to make money right away,
Yeah.
No way.
No,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
It's
So,
impossible.
Peach Timeout, do you remember what it sold for?
I believe 1.5, somewhere in
Something
that
like
area.
1.5.
Yeah,
But it wasn't the size of the property that you had.
That's
What
correct.
plus Anita's. So
that's correct.
what was the approximate comparison like? Was it 1/2 or was it 1/3 or what do you
I'd
think
say-
it was?
Yeah,
'Cause, yeah, well, she went up.
You can, so now the thing is vertical space, unless they limit that, is the only way to make extra money is to go vertical. So I guess my idea is you'll have that. If it's 18 feet, they're telling you you're going to be up. You're going to have that extra seating below your building
Right,
that used to be your kitchen.
right.
So you're going to have some added seating. Your second floor, in my eyes, is going to be where your kitchen and
Sure.
food and everything else, your freezers, all that's going to have to be somewhere up there.
And then your rooftop.
And then your third floor, I figure everyone's going to have a rooftop bar. And the only way to make that viable is if the town builds a walkway that extends out over top of Times Square, because other than that, ADA is going to require you to have an elevator.
Everybody will
So
have to
there
have an
goes
elevator.
a large chunk of your tiny square postage stamp that you had
Right.
before.
And they've been talking about you got to get those people together to build maybe one elevator on each side or something like that.
Correct.
So what we've been talking
What about
about on
an
the show.
elevator in the middle?
I figure it's going to be a central elevator that the
Yeah,
town,
an
it would be on the
elevator in the
town's
middle.
property, and then on
Like
the ends.
Treasure Island, you ever
Yeah.
been there where they have the
Yeah.
elevator that
Elevator
goes
in
up?
the middle, and then
And
it's like
stairs on both
octopus
sides.
arms that
Correct.
go off to. Yeah.
That's
See?
the only way that it's going to be a viable
Yeah.
way for the town and the businesses to
Treasure
do
Island,
something.
you're
And what that will
Clearwater
do is that'll help the town generate more money, because now if they build that walkway that overhangs Times Square, they'll be able to lease that to the restaurants as
Right.
additional cafe seating.
Yeah.
So it's a good
Yes,
good
the
prospect
answers.
to look at that. But
Yeah.
honestly,
I can envision it now.
the solution to it all,
Elevator.
the county needs to buy the property
octopus arms.
County.
over the bridge
The county.
where the stripper tent is.
What
and
stripper
the,
tent? I have no idea
the
what you're
new
talking about.
circus stripper tent they installed, where
You mean build a parking garage there?
and they need to build a parking
Yeah.
garage. They
Yeah.
need to buy everything from the
I'm totally
from
confused.
Fantasies
Yeah,
to
Fantasies
the
put that
to
big tent
Prescott.
out.
Yeah, Fantasies put a tent in
We,
temporarily.
we vowed never to talk about that
Well,
place here on
yeah.
our show
I
because
figure they're going to pop up everywhere. It's going to be the new thing, like the fireworks stands. They'll be on every.
you're
could be
crazy.
The new thing. Get in while the getting's good.
I don't
This
know
is
if these folks that
groundbreaking.
are at our location would know.
I just have a feeling that there's so many
Yeah, I don't
there's
think
so
this
many
is their. Nope.
there's so many people that are involved. Like you got the county that owns the two parks on each side. You got the town that owns the road in the middle. You got Brad. You got Chris. You got now Orlandini's folks own part of it.
Yeah,
And I don't even know what Steve at Plaka is doing. Have you heard?
I have not seen Steve since
Nothing, no-
before the storm.
Gone
nothing.
underground.
Yeah, and I mean, he's such a good, humble man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, really don't know what they're going to do, but I mean, they do have their second location that they run. So
Yeah.
It was great.
They're actually they were planning to put a band shell in Times Square with the
Correct.
with the plan that when they were going to redo it, there was going to be a little stage that was
Yes.
where the clock is, kind of where we're doing the show tomorrow, which I thought was a little weird because they have a stage in Bayside Park, they have a stage in Times Square. They were going to put a stage at Bay Oaks, but who was going to manage that? Like that's all on town property. And now what do? You hire a I don't know, band person
event
to hire bands or
coordinator.
event coordinator, or
Right.
how do you?
that was always the thing that, you know, with the Times Square Merchant Association that John always took care of and did a great job for many years. It kind of ran its course, I guess, over time, and it worked in the beginning. But as times change and people's tastes change, you know, it just didn't draw the original crowd that I'm sure that John saw in the very beginning, and managed to do it for years and years.
And plus,
Yeah.
the other thing too is every single place down the road, you had your own music. Tom
Yes.
had his own music, a La Ola. So it
Yeah, the
was-
only way to truly make that function properly would be if there was a let's say a shared sound system that traveled through every business.
Yeah.
So that we all heard the same music at the same sound level. Because by the time the music came to us, you couldn't hear what was playing
Right.
down there.
Plus, I don't. Plus, people wanted to see D-Rocks on the second floor there. They wanted to see they had a few
Yeah.
drinks. They wanted to dance in front of the tables, and
Right.
I don't know that they would dance with a speaker playing music, you
Yeah,
know, from
correct,
down the
correct.
the
You
way
want
there.
that live music definitely brings people.
Oh, yeah.
for
Sure, if
sure.
we have our jukebox
I just came
playing,
back
people
from
aren't out here
Nashville.
dancing.
Yeah,
You could have 3 bands playing in one bar
right.
on every floor. It's like 8:00 in the morning. These people are playing.
Yeah, it's
Were
crazy.
you out there at 8:00 in the morning?
No, I'm just saying
Oh.
from past years we've been out.
Yeah.
I didn't even leave the hotel
I
room.
mean,
Do you know when I go away to a trip and go to a hotel room, I sleep with all my clothes on, like my jeans, my shoes, my socks. I mean, those are gross beds.
Well, probably.
Yes, my sweatshirt. I don't even roll the freaking
Yeah.
blanket down. I put something over the pillow. I mean, come on.
Go down to the local hardware store and buy some plastic, some duct tape. They're looking at you.
No.
What the
then
hell's
you
wrong with
sit
this
there
And
guy?
I lay straight like this.
Wait.
Like I don't
Wait.
roll over anything
if
because
you're
something
buying
might get in my
duct
mouth.
tape and plastic at
Yeah.
the hardware store, the FBI is definitely coming to your house.
That's
They're
the
like-
only time I think the
No.
FBI
They
would
should
come and
come.
check you out.
Right.
Then they check your Google for what your search records
Right,
are. It's
right,
like
right,
only
right.
dumbasses
He's out
search
there
Google
buying
for.
lie and all sorts
Yeah.
of stuff.
I don't know
What
what's
would they do
going
with
on
lie?
with this guy.
No, but the live music aspect, that's why I keep hounding Dan about Bayside Park. It would just be, a great thing for that side of the beach there with the businesses that are open, and you got the Harbor House that's open. And I know he's trying, but once you get caught in the government's claws, they just do it whenever they want to do it. So
for sure.
But it would really be nice down there. I don't know that Times Square needs a stage. I mean, I think Times Square is going to be the last thing that ever gets done because there's too many people involved.
I would say that.
But the thing now is, if everything gets elevated up, I don't know how that's. I mean, how are you going to put a stage in there? How are you going to put a stage?
What do you mean, in the restaurant or over in the corner?
At Times
I
think
people would still sit
it would
and
have
watch.
to be elevated.
It
I
would
would
have to
imagine.
be
That's true. I
elevated.
didn't think of that. But what if it's a
that's 'cause
concrete?
If it was
I'm done.
concrete, they may allow it because
That's
it
a
wouldn't
good
be
question because it's a high velocity zone.
Right.
Would they be able to put that in anymore? Yeah.
may not be.
FEMA's got an answer
What's
for
going
everything.
on right now with I guess La Ola? They seem hopping right now.
Yeah, I
they're-
think he's in the crosshairs of FEMA. So his last thing was they were waiting for power. Once he gets power to the containers, he has to get a couple more permits. They got the wheels on the containers, and so it's just the H2O has power now. So at least there's power in Times Square. But the last time I talked to him, by the way, did you guys see the shooting at the restaurant Depot?
Yes,
Actually, he had just
Right
I
down the
go
street.
Tom was there. Tom
Yeah.
was there when the
That's
gun went off.
crazy.
It's crazy.
I
Right
was
down
here.
the street. You know that.
Yeah, that's like
It's
a
just
mile
literally
from here.
Yeah.
down the
No
street.
It's
kidding.
across the street from Jean's shop. where
I
get
was
my hair
here,
done.
and then the customer said something, and I called, make sure Jason, because that's where he's normally at,
Wow.
Right.
was stopping in to get stuff.
Did you
That's-
see any follow up? Was it
don't
did
know.
somebody go after somebody they knew?
Well, it happened in the parking lot. It actually didn't go in the store. And if you read the story, the staff inside did a great job because they have steel drop down garage doors and they immediately closed
Nice.
those doors
Yeah.
so no one could enter or leave
Kept
the
their
building.
employees safe and
So
the
they
customers.
did an awesome job. Whoever trained them did a great job of
Because
whatever their emergency
Yeah.
plan is. So
I don't know why.
kudos to them.
I called
Yeah.
Tom yesterday for some reason. I don't even remember what it was. And then he's like, I got to tell you something. There was a shooting. He's like, he heard the guy. I'm not laughing or anything, but because it's bizarre.
It's crazy.
He heard the gun go off. Then I think he told me he heard the guy put a new clip in his
Oh,
gun.
geez.
Like he thought he was going to go somewhere else. So Tom he's got that big giant
Right, SUV.
SUV,
SUV, and he got the hell out of there. So
Oh,
I
my
mean,
goodness.
yeah, crazy stuff.
Very
So-
scary.
Yeah, I don't know if it maybe started, coming up the road or something
Yeah.
and just
Like a
transferred
road
into
rage.
the
Yeah,
road
yeah.
rage thing or
Oh,
something. I'm
that's-
sure it'll come out what it was.
Right,
but They caught the guy. He never left the scene, so
right.
it was a
Yeah.
isolated incident that
Yeah,
stayed
people
there.
just need to relax.
Yeah,
There's
just
no
chill
reason
out.
for that.
Roger Scarborough says he's missing Margaritas. Roger's been down to.
Oh, we
Oh,
love
thank you.
Roger and his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they been in
Not
since they?
to this location.
Okay,
I don't-
Roger, what's your problem, man? Come on down.
We
Which?
can't wait to see you, Roger.
Yeah, they've been very generous with the donations. By the way,
100%.
that we only put in our pockets so we can rebuild our house ourselves. We took all the
Yeah.
money and
Yeah,
we're
I was
rebuilding a
hoping that's
nice.
what you were doing
Did
with
you
it
see
all.
the nice house we're building?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's
Very
going to be
nice.
4
See the
stories.
vehicle we
Yeah.
You see that?
So
Some-
I saw that.
I'm going to
I
visit.
saw some duct tape on your
Yeah,
vehicle, by the
yeah,
way.
yeah. I'm going to
That's
visit
true.
my
It's a true
dad,
story.
and I'm renting a car because
Oh, he's coming in May. Roger's coming in May.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
good. We can't wait
Yeah.
to see you.
Awesome.
Awesome. So tonight, split. We're going to say. I didn't mean
no,
to
I was
interrupt
going to
you.
say when we're going back to Tom, I know that like Jason and my whole team, we root for him. I just
Yeah.
hope that everything goes good for him in
Yeah.
the square, wherever.
He's trying
he-
hard. He's
very
trying hard.
hard.
Yeah,
He's
he sure
trying too
is.
hard,
He's a
I
good
think,
guy.
down there.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's not fighting. He's surely fighting an uphill
Uphill
battle
battle,
because
yep.
he's fighting FEMA. He's going to fight the state now that is on wheels, and it's
cheering
just
him
a
on.
shame, It's like let someone make some money and
Yeah.
and
Leave
do
him
their
alone.
thing for a while. There's got to be an exception to the rule at some point. There's
The
got to be
thing
an
that-
special
exception.
exception.
Yeah.
Right? There's
The
got
thing,
to be.
it's not even the town. I think the town is fully signed
No,
off on
yeah,
everything.
The town's
Eddie
good.
Rouge
At
should
this
help
point,
him out with that.
it's FEMA and the state because the state says that you cannot serve alcohol out of anything with wheels.
Why?
Because if you could, every food truck would be able to sell alcohol out of it.
Okay,
and
so
that's-
if you go to Nashville,
What if
You
the
get on-
wheels are flat?
yeah,
and then they flatten them.
then FEMA will tell you that
Well,
it
the
can't.
wheels
it's,
are there, so you just if a storm comes, you just
Pump
put
them up.
pump them
it's
up.
still on wheels.
So crazy.
It's still
so
mobile.
so when you go to Nashville,
What if it was on a
Dear,
sled.
can you let me
Like
finish just
slides,
one
like
freaking
skids,
sentence
like
tonight,
a
please?
skid.
Hey, what if you just put it on a pontoon and it floats, and the next
Yeah.
hurricane
There you
just
go.
floats up, right?
Float away.
So
Anyway,
you go to Nashville, you get
What
on
if-
one of those things where you're riding, like, what are they called? Those things where you're riding you're not really riding,
A
but
bike,
no, come on, man.
a rickshaw.
One of those where they have, somebody will know what it is. You get on this, like 8 people get on this thing and they ride it
It's
up,
a bicycle
Yeah,
thing.
it's like a bicycle thing, right?
Yeah.
But it has
Yeah.
a table in the
and
middle of
everybody's
it.
drinking.
Right.
They're all drinking
you
alcohol.
could
That's
probably
got
get caught
wheels on it.
Drinking and driving on that, I'm sure, right?
No, there's a
Because it's
I
not
think-
motorized.
Yeah, but I think
no, there's a driver.
Oh.
yeah,
like
but I
you
think
pay
they
for
do-
it. You
they
rent
bring
it.
their
you know
own
where there's one of
alcohol.
those? There's one of those in Cape Coral, actually,
Yeah,
over
So how do you get away with that? That's alcohol on
they
wheels.
bring their own stuff. I don't
Maybe.
think they're serving.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I
The
see.
guy is driving. He
Yeah,
can't
maybe
be
that's their
serving.
DD, so I guess you're good to go. I don't know.
I don't know. It just seems like they're giving him a hard time.
Yeah,
but
they are definitely giving them a hard time. So if any of the state representatives are out
pedal
there
bar. Thank you, Michelle.
listening
Pedal
to the
bars.
show,
What's
they
it
need
called?
to find
They're
an
called
exception.
pedal bars.
Paddle
Oh,
bars.
pedal bar,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So he's also opening up a location. I don't know. I made this a lot whole hour for some reason, but he's opening a
That's-
location in Bell Tower.
Yep.
I think he said around April 15th was
Well,
what
they
he's
all
shooting
work
for.
That's
together.
exciting.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh,
Yeah,
are you kidding
Tom
me? Yeah,
comes
we,
here. He's one of
Again,
our great
we're-
friends.
yeah,
So.
definitely great friend.
Yep.
So a split decision for the last time. They'll be together tonight before
Yep.
they have a new person.
New
Yep.
person.
It's like a Sammy Hagar, Eddie Van Halen thing to
Right.
make the switch there. And so that starts at 7. You're going to have pumpkin pie tonight. And
No pumpkin pie.
Oh.
Pumpkin pie.
Why
We have
I'm not
pecan.
sure.
We have pecan
We have-
pie.
oh.
We have Oreo pie, and then we have
Holy
a chocolate
the pies.
It's called
peanut butter explosion.
Yeah, it's called chocolate peanut butter explosion. It
Why
always
so many
looks
pies?
good.
We just have it on our menu
I
every
see.
day.
Pie's a good thing.
And any special food?
Yes. So we have
Well,
the corned beef, cabbage,
It was a
potatoes,
softball question, dear.
and
Well, he
then
said
the
it earlier.
shepherd's pie also.
Shepherd's pie.
Remember? Shepherd's
2,000
pie?
calories for shepherd's
At
pie.
least.
So, and green beer. It's not really
Green
green
beer. If you
beer.
want
They put some
If you want the green beer.
iodine in it or whatever.
I
he
just
said it
went
was.
out and got some red tide and put in there.
Or that
That's not even
sargasm.
funny.
Yeah, whatever that big new bloom of
Sargasm.
seaweed that's
Yeah.
coming.
If your beer
Tomorrow we have
looks,
Alter Ego that plays, but
Yeah.
we're sold out tomorrow. Completely
I
sold out.
see. How nice
But
is
we
that?
still have, you can
Bar
still come
seating.
and stand, or bar seating still available
Yeah.
too. So stop in, and inevitably someone doesn't show up. So
Right.
You know, speaking of Laola, sometimes he'll post videos of people dancing. The drinking and the dancing is kind of, sometimes people like that probably don't want to see themselves the next day dancing and after they've had a few drinks. Now, do you have that
Oh.
here, or like, oh,
yeah,
geez,
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
for
believe
sure.
these people
Well,
are
we-
out there dancing?
honestly, so on a lot of the nights we have Tuesday nights, especially like truly professional
Oh yeah.
ballroom dancers.
They bring
type
their
Wow.
people.
dancing shoes, everything.
It's,
I mean, they're serious.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm
I
impressed.
want you to get the river dancers in here.
The river dance.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
when
Or
I was
some cloggers.
when I was 19, I won a line dancing contest. I have a trophy for. I bet you didn't know that.
Huh.
Wow.
It was a
We used to have line dancing back at our place in
That fell
Maryland, and they
flat.
gave
Good luck.
lessons before they actually had music that night.
yeah. So what some of the songs you're going to be hearing from Split Decision, Jason?
70s and 80s
Yeah.
classic rock.
Yeah.
You don't know?
Ah,
All right.
Not
No.
sure.
Here we go.
Oh, he's trying to explain
All right.
himself now. Thank you guys for
Thank
coming
you
on.
so
And thank you
much.
for having us.
Always.
wow, as
We know
always.
you don't
Every-
need us, but we appreciate
Yeah.
you
Every
inviting
Friday,
us
we
here.
love it.
It's like a little-
Absolutely.
Hanging out.
Thank you very much. So good luck tonight with
Yes,
your
thank you
shepherd's
so
pie.
much.
All right,
Yeah,
Jason had
thank
just said
you.
to everybody from Mango Rita's The Rhythm House. I'm never going to get used to saying Rhythm House after that. I'm so used to just saying Margaritas. All right, before we go, everybody, Remove It Pros. They started their business while living on Cottage Street on the beach. They've been in business since 2014. They've done over 10,000 interior demolitions since they incorporated under Remove It Pros. They have 780 5-star Google reviews. Now, think about that. They have 780 5-star Google reviews compared to 0 for us. We have 0. What are you doing? Let me finish the show before you turn the camera around. Let's see. You can call David and Logan Lockwood at 239-333-7678. 239-333-7678. Remove It Pros, because sometimes you're going to have gunk and shit and stuff that you want removed. So when you need something removed, you call the pros. David and Logan, 239-333-7678. Tomorrow morning at 11, we're going to have another check presentation because, we like to spread the love around. We're not giving the check away. It's what the folks did during the shrimp crawl. Wahoo Willie's and Snug Harbor and the Lions Club folks are going to be on at the beginning of the show. And we have other guests that I didn't write down, but they're going to be great tomorrow. So we want you to come early to Wahoo Willie's. If you're coming to watch the show, you can show up at 10:30. They don't open until 11, but and please don't take Dave Newspawn's table. He gets very angry when he has to sit in the cheap seats and the nosebleeds. So we'll have plenty of stuff to sell because we are a business, everybody, just so you know that. This is a business. And we appreciate everybody buying the gear and all that. So, and then right after that, we're going to be in Times Square for Stephen Clark and Coastal Cowboy. And we want to thank all the volunteers for helping us out, get that set up. Come early and
stay late.
You can leave your lawn chair there, and I'll put a sticker on it, a Beach Song Radio sticker, so people know it's ours. So, all right, let's read Jack's comment before we let him go. I want to be clear that I think Beach Talk Radio, blah, blah, blah.
I want to say a shout out.
What numbers don't add up, dude? Be more specific. If you have if you have proof of something, then come on the show tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and you're willing to, I'm willing to have you come on and prove it. If you have proof that you think we stole money, then you can come down and show us. Go right ahead. You're welcome to come on. Go ahead.
All right. And I want to say, somebody was saying hello earlier to our friend Bonnie, who made us the zipper bag. So I want to make sure that you see that she's here. All right, Bonnie. Say hello to everybody, Bonnie. This place is packed. All right. I just had to get that in. She's the one that made us the money pouch.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for that. And hopefully tonight will be filled with money from the, or half filled. So
let it go.
I'm going to let it go.
Let it go.
But you know how it is when people accuse me of stealing money.
Okay. No relevance. Just move on.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow at Wahoo Willie's, bright and early. And we'll see if anyone shows up or not. Bye-bye.